The group is yours.
Thank you, Manon, and your team. It's very lovely for me to be here with everybody today and to share the first 45 minutes of your marathon together. I will, I guess, be speaking for 10 minutes or a bit more at the beginning to guide you in an inner process, and then probably appearing again around halfway through the 45 minutes and then again at the end, something like that. And I have a sense for this meditation, because that sometimes can suit some people, that if you have an impulse rather than to sit, it's also fine to sit back, or even some people like to lay, and really allow yourself to drift into a space that feels right for you, which for some of you may even feel a bit like a sleep state. That's also fine for the process that I'll be guiding you in. And you don't, of course, need to keep your camera on necessarily. I guess that's all for now. So let's come together and enjoy our space for the next 45 minutes. I have a gong here, which I shall sound when we're ready. And maybe just before you disappear into an inner space, just take in the screen in front of you. Probably some familiar faces there and some not so familiar or new. Just check for yourself how it is to take in the screen full. Not so much technologically, but more through your heart space, if possible, for you to show up in front of all these people. And then when you're ready, you can close your eyes. And as you sink into yourself further, perhaps a sensation of sinking down inwards. Allow the outer tactile world to recede, move away from you, so that you fill into your inner space much more and become more aware and attentive there. You can certainly take in the sound of my voice if you wish, but much more than this, I invite you to bring your awareness to your inner space, which is at least as essentially you as your relationship with the world outside. And for many of us, one of the first aspects we become aware of when we open more to the inner may be at the level of thoughts that are moving through your mind, perhaps relating to the time just before you came onto this call, or even earlier. Thoughts that may feel to you as if they are left over from perhaps conversations or other preoccupations which were in some way not complete, not finished, still alive and moving in you. So if this is the case, I invite you to simply acknowledge how your mind might be moving in thought. You don't need to do anything about this at all, simply to welcome the activity of the mind, to bring your loving awareness to it with interest. And perhaps you might notice that some thoughts are more intent upon staying and getting your attention than others. There may even be some disturbance or concern or anxiety attached to these thoughts, which may be using or taking some of your energy at the moment. That's okay. And you may notice also that there are certain thoughts more at the surface of the mind and others much, much deeper down or in. Perhaps if you allow it, more existential thoughts, which are more about you even being here in life, thoughts of who you are, what you're doing here, how you show up in the world. All of this we simply allow space as part of our beingness. This is all part of our beingness. And we notice that when we can literally be with it all, then it may also be possible to find a kind of resting with it, a resting with this beingness. And then another dimension which may be coming to you more clearly is the quality of your inner body space as you begin to rest more in your beingness, so that you may even have a tactile sense of the inside of your body experience in terms of sensation, for example, or discomfort, or simple physical impressions, for example, through the contact of your body with the chair or the floor, hunger or not, or tiredness or not, or whatever may be arising in your body at the moment. Possibly also some symptoms of, for example, illness or stress or strain. All of this you can simply allow a place within your awareness. And also, of course, we want to notice our emotional world and beingness, movements or a flow which might well come to your awareness below the surface of your thinking, and which may also be occupying some space within you. The flow of feelings, and again, noticing if on the emotional level you also sense an impact in or on your body space, perhaps a tightness, contraction. All of this we allow and we rest, nevertheless, in our being here, in your being here. And I'd like to invite you to bring your attention also and to include especially your heart space at the moment, whatever that may mean to you, however it may show up, a sense of your heart center or heart chakra. You may experience this as a spaciousness around you, which is stretching out into the space and into the world, not necessarily limited to your physical being. Sometimes bringing awareness to our heart space also brings a sense of connection to people with whom we feel close or love, and or to situations or places which are significant for us. So notice what comes to you through your heart space at the moment. And allow yourself to be moved there by whatever does arise in your heart space, whether that is intimate or personal or more worldly at the level of the planet or beyond. You allow yourself simply to receive, to witness, and to be moved. And throughout all of this, you practice simply staying available to yourself, aware of yourself. Nothing need take you away from this. You are present. And finally, before we surrender to a longer space of silence and staying with your heart center, without leaving yourself necessarily, you might want to experiment with simply opening your heart center much more widely, more deeper, to a sense of the world around you at the level of the planet. And to include particularly all those people all over the planet who are also engaging in meditation or contemplation, or any form of spiritual or higher consciousness work at the moment. And you might allow yourself to experience through your heart a net or web of light covering the planet, composed of people who are attuning to and aligning with the planet at an energetic level, so that all of humanity and all of humanity's preoccupations and concerns and challenges may also be held within this net or web of light, of which you are an integral part, through your heart space in particular. Thank you. And in the silence, you may have an experience of feeling especially touched or moved or affected by the larger or the deeper space of awareness, especially in connection to the planet or to other people whom you may feel connected to through the subtle realms. And I invite you simply to allow, especially this sense of touchedness, of feeling moved, if possible, through the heart center, so that this permeates out through the rest of your body sense and touches you as much and as far as possible. And you may also, therefore, be having a certain sense of expansion, a kind of widening or stretching inside. This may also be coming to you through the center of your third eye in your forehead, or at the top of your head through the crown. So if you do have a sense of openness or availability there, then simply allow this without any effort or striving. There's nowhere you need to get to, nothing that you need to do. Instead, you're simply practicing, resting in your beingness and exploring that beingness with interest and with especially kindness to yourself, like a quality of generosity that you would cultivate to every aspect of yourself, especially those parts of yourself that you may be in the habit of holding with some judgment or being aware of fear or shame or whatever kind of contracted energy might be there. You're simply receiving this in the largeness and the depth and the immense reach of what is here through inner space and inner connectivity to everybody, to everything, and to all that is. Allowing yourself to expand up or out or in or downwards, surrendering to a sense of expansion, of peace, and of oneness with all. And if this seems to exceed your sense of yourself, your sense of your boundaries as a person, it doesn't matter. You're simply allowing yourself to surrender to the stretchedness or the expansion anyway, even if this takes you beyond the familiar to other spaces or places of light, for example, or even of other impulses or information. You're simply allowing yourself to surrender to and to receive whatever comes to you with generosity. And in the last couple of minutes together, as you allow yourself simply to be present to your own experience and inner self, if there is at the same time a sense of expansion, make a sense of reaching or stretching and including new spaces, new dimensions, then let's also be grateful for this. And if you feel so called, you can also offer a blessing or a prayer of some kind, some simple words silently through your inner space, through the web or the net of all those who are holding humanity and the planet in frequencies of light and of love, so that your blessing or your prayer becomes a part of this.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back at the top of the hour.